What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. How is everyone doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. We've got a couple of stories for you. No questions. If you have a question, leave it in the comments down below with a hashtag question. Without further ado, let's jump into the tech news. First story of the day has to do with my trade-in for my Galaxy S23 Ultra. So I bought the Galaxy S23 Ultra. I traded in my S22 Ultra. A lot of you guys, a handful of you guys, maybe more than a handful or two, have had issues with the trade-in for your Galaxy S23 Ultra. You traded in your device. Samsung came back to you guys and said, hey, it's cracked. The back is broken, the front is broken, something's broken with the phone. And you're like, no, it isn't. I made sure it was good. There was no problems with it at all. And then you told that to Samsung either via chat or the phone. And they came back and said, oh, you know what? We looked at the video, you're right. And it created a sour taste in my mouth, even though I'm about to talk about my end of the story and other people's as well. Because I think, like, take the due diligence. Like, if I know a third-party company's handling the trade-ins, but if they're coming back with negative stuff in terms of like, okay, it's broken, before the customer even gets to that point where they have to say, call you guys, Samsung should be verifying by QCing, quality control, that information. If the third-party company that Samsung's hiring is saying it's broken, Samsung should be looking at the video of the trade-in that went on and being like, okay, it's not broken, and then send the information. Or if it is broken, send the information then, but don't send the customer this email saying, oh, it's broken, and then you have the customers to call back at you guys. And some of these people probably don't even know they can call in and get that reversed. That's the other part of it. That's what's sad about this. My story, though, is actually positive. I didn't have any issues. The information I got back was, we're happy to inform you that the S23 Ultra 512 gigabyte unlock trade-in related to your order was successful. It qualified for the full $500 trade-in value you received during your purchase. Again, I heard from a bunch of you people, and I saw people on Twitter, some of my friends that are also tech creators had this issue as well. So I'm glad it was okay for me, and hopefully it'll clear up as time goes on, but really a sad moment in terms of customer service. Now, one of the big things about the iPhone that people might hate is that it comes with eSIM only, especially the 14 Pro Max. You can only use eSIM, and it's a pain point, and it didn't happen when it came out with the Galaxy S22, S23 phones. It still had SIM in it. You can do eSIM or regular SIM. I have a really good feeling that's going to go away. I suspect that in the S24, and definitely by the S25, but probably by the S24, regular SIM cards will be a thing of the past. The reason being, there's a couple of technologies coming out. The first one was announced just recently at MWC, and it was by Snapdragon, about iSim. And iSim is a technology where the SIM chip is embedded in the processor of the phone, and it does a couple of things. It takes up less room of the phone, so they can, I guess, expand the battery or make components bigger or add more components. The other thing it does is it gives better performance with the phone. Like, it uses less battery. It's in that regard, so it's more its power consumption is less. The third thing it does is it helps with like water resistance and things like that. So there was a couple of key technologies that came out with that. So expect eSIM to be replaced by iSIM probably as early as next year. Now, iSIM is very similar to eSIM. It's still going to be called and used the same exact way. It's going to be an electronic SIM card. It won't be a physical SIM card. So all of that, the way you do eSIM now will be the same with iSIM. It's just that iSIM's a little bit different in the terms of the way it's embedded into the phone. The other part of this is Samsung's probably going to get this part, which is really nice as well. And you can see from the headline, One UI 6.0 to bring eSIM transfer tool to your Samsung Galaxy device. Now, One UI 6.0 will also be known as Android 14. Android 14 is bringing with it this transfer tool. So what happens is, I don't know if it's probably during the transfer setup and also after the transfer setup if you need it to be. But basically you'll have a little app that will transfer the SIM card information from your old phone to the new phone so that you don't have to always go through your carrier to activate your new phone with a new SIM card number. It'll just like a tool will just automatically do that for you. That's gonna be it's a much needed feature, and it's gonna be a much helpful feature too, because one of the pain points about eSIM is that you have to log on to your carrier's app or call your carrier, read them the new SIM number from the phone. You won't have to do any of that. You'll just go on the new phone and old phone and transfer the information from the old one to the new one, and it will automatically activate the new phone on the carrier. So very nice little service coming within One UI 6.0. Your question of the day is, do you use eSIM or do you still use a regular SIM? I'm kind of a mixed bag on my iPhone, and I think on my Pixel phone I'm using eSIM because I have Mint Mobile, a couple lines with that. And then, but my main carrier, I still use a regular SIM. Let me know what you guys. Have a great day. And if you have a question, leave it in the comments down below with the hashtag question, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.